So last night was July 4th, yesterday, and I'm still tired than I'm. I'm tired than I'm.
Hey, it was draining.
Yeah.
Fireworks and walking around with the kids.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else in the United States, but Texas weather is something else.
Yeah. What did y'all used to do for July 4th, man? Like, cause you spent 15 years, in prison for every July 4th. You know what I mean? So what did y'all do during July 4th?
Every prison is different.
Yeah.
My first year was in Leavenworth, and they said they're gonna have hamburgers and hot dogs. Hey, hamburgers and hot dogs exciting in prison. They said they're gonna bring out the barbecue pit.
In Leavenworth?
Yeah, Leavenworth. So they had them 50 barrel metal trash cans, but they make it into barbecue pits. So they had like 10 of them, and guys are out there just flipping burgers and hot dogs all day long. And we all went to chow hall. We're all excited. They left the doors open. You can go to play handball, come back, eat some more. It was like eat all you want that day.
Oh dang! So I didn't know that.
Yeah, we were excited. It was the first year that they did that, and I was excited about it. I was just because we were going to eat as much as we could.
Yeah.
Usually they don't have the compound open like that. Usually it's 5-minute move, 10-minute move, and you got to hurry up and get to your destination. Come on back, hurry up, or do what you got to do. And then they'll close all the doors up. This time it was just open back and forth. So every prison has their own little thing that they do for 4th of July.
Yeah.
Now, when I got to Big Springs, 13 years later, that was different over there because now it's more open. It's a camp now compared to the penitentiaries and the mediums where we're at.
Yeah.
It's totally different. So
there's a difference between the USP and a camp.
Oh, heck yeah. You got freedom out there.
Yeah,
you have imaginary fences.
Yeah.
You cross that fence, it's over with. Now you can get more time.
At the camp?
Yeah, at the camp.
Because there's
it's
no
like
fences.
Escaping.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like escaping.
Okay.
It's like you get escape charge for it.
Yeah.
But over there, man, God had the favor upon us, man, where...
Like the movie Life.
Yeah, basically. Don't cross that. Don't cross that line. Yeah, but God had the favor upon us, man. Us, the church, man, we did a lot of movements, and we would use 4th of July for those movements there to evangelize and to do all kinds of things. And man, all of us would put our money together and we'll make all these big, huge spreads for the whole camp, like 250 to 300 inmates there. And man, we'll bring certain things to the menu through the whole day. In the mornings, well, we'll have all the big speakers out, and we'll allow different groups. For example, the Mexicans, they'll have it from 8 to 10. They put the MP3 players on. They have loud, whatever music they want to play. Yeah. From after count, from 11 to 1. They have the whites, and from 1 to 3, have the blacks, and everybody had, they want to jam their own music. Yeah. And we had a DJ for each one of them. After that, we would have the church. We would bring a message. Then we'll bring the food out. Everybody will eat. And then we'll have like some games. They said, man, you get a big commissary bag if you participate. But we have like American Idol type stuff. Man, you be some dudes up there singing. I'm talking about whether it's rap, it's Mexicano, reggaeton. It was just crazy. And you would get to vote. And we'll vote on like, the louder is the person who's going to win.
Like American Idol.
Yeah. And then a dance-off contest. Man, it was crazy. Dude get up, dance reggaeton, dude do the crip walk. They do all kinds of stuff.
That boy said the crip walk.
Hey, man, I'm talking about they just did whatever they could, you know what I mean? But they had big old bags of comics that we would give out. Yeah. And just through the whole day, man, we're just enjoying ourselves as far as making the best of it, you know what I mean? And you'd be surprised that everybody's just laughing and giggling, high-siding, and everybody forgot that they were locked up. In some common moment because of the motivation that was there, behind that event. So that's what the 4th of July is. A lot of people who've been locked up with me know about those days. They still talk about it like, man, that's crazy, man. We used to do things like that in there. But hey, and be surprised, man, it was a blessing because the warden and the assistant warden will sign off on it that we could be able to do that. Nothing like that has ever been done, man. And Oh man, it was a favor of God. So just trying to make the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was crazy because everybody would be outside. Even the council would be out like, man, y'all crazy.
That boy said somebody doing the crib.
Yeah.
Yeah, July 4th. So it's been a minute, man, since we shot, but man, so I just want to do a quick recap, man, what we've been talking about. But the last episode, we're talking about you fall into the ultimate temptation, and ended up taking that big business deal, $260K going down to Mexico. Everything that happened over there, that was pretty crazy, and even though you weren't like a believer, man, like you were hearing like basically God's voice telling you not to go, and you basically ignored it, and so which was pretty crazy. And then you came back to Waco, business started booming, and then you started telling the story about that one night at the club. So continue with that story because we stopped you there.
Yeah, okay then. Man, yeah, it was one of those nights, man. I love the club scene. I like going to places like that. And one night, usually the normal on a Friday night, got dressed, got up, took off, went to the club. It was about 11:45. And I walked in there, and it was just like the normal people. This was at Hammer Time,
okay,
the old place in Waco. And I walked in there, you see my homeboys there, people I know, everybody like, hey, what's up, what's up? The normal, usual. And everybody's just taking shots and drinking, phones ringing on, everybody on their phone, and still getting phone calls, whatever. And I'm just looking at everybody, and it's like, something inside just doesn't feel right. And I told everybody, I said, man, I'm gone, man. It's like, man, it's 12 o'clock, where you going? It's like, nah, something ain't right, man. I'm finna go home. And it's unusual for me to do that. So I told everybody, I'm holler at you later, and I went home. I went to the house. When I drove up to the house, it was very dark. Got out the truck, opened the front door. Everybody was asleep. I went down the hallway, looked inside y'all room, checked on y'all, because I always checked on y'all. No matter what, I always checked on y'all. Looked inside the room. Y'all were there. I walked in the bedroom, and I didn't see your mom there. And went to the restroom. Nobody was there. There was a light. We had a big closet, and there was a light on in the closet. And I walked in the closet, and I opened the door, and I seen your mom with a 9mm in her mouth. And I ran to her, like, man, what the heck's wrong with you? We wrestled for the gun. I took it took it away from her. She's like, I'm tired of this life. I'm tired of going through this with you every single time. I just want to get rid of my life. And I was in shock. I'm like, man, what the freak? What would make you go so crazy to put a gun in your mouth and want to take your life away? And she was just crying, saying, I'm tired. And it kind of messed me up, because it's like, man, is it that bad? I knew it was bad, because we live a very dysfunctional life. Our life was surrounded by nothing but chaos. Y'all know it. We used to always fight all the time. The life that I was living brought nothing but chaos. It brought nothing but anger, bitterness. It brought nothing but dysfunction in every aspect, man. And we live that life every single day, and it's like, that's what I would take off, but I brought that to myself. And thinking about it, it's like, you would figure that a person who would love his family, after seeing something like that, you would want to get help or do something different. And yeah, I chilled out for about a week, maybe 2. I didn't go out no more. Try to do things differently. But I end up going right back to the same what I know and what I like to do. It was all about me. It was all about me, the dysfunctional.
That night, like, was it like, I know you said it like it kind of calmed you down, you know, so you felt some type of conviction, you know. But did it really mess with you like my choices were affecting the people around me?
No, because I went right back to it.
Yeah.
I went right back to what I like to do.
Yeah.
You know, the things that I used to do is just something that I like to do. I mean, it's just, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
But that was just my life.
Yeah.
You know.
And you didn't know any better. I mean, yeah, because you seen that, you know, extreme stuff growing up, you know, even in your home, you know, like just not ordinary stuff, you know what I mean, going, you know, with your parents,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And so it's like, yeah.
What happens is this, is that Ephesians 5:21-33 speaks on that, and I'm paraphrasing, but it says, husband and wife are supposed to love and respect and have reverence for each other. If you don't have this in the family, it's a breeding ground for dysfunction. When you don't have this type of environment, it's the opposite on steroids.
Yeah.
So when you have this, and I didn't have this, I didn't have it with my family, and I can't point it back and say it's their fault because I had a decision to make. But I held on to what I seen and what was taught, and I put it to my circumstance in my life because I was so dysfunctional already, growing up with the violence inside with my father and my mother, that I brought that type of mentality too. And it didn't make no better because your mother had the same background with her dad and her mom.
So she's thinking it's okay.
Yeah.
This is
what it is.
This is what it is because, you know, if she didn't, you know, a lot of people just like, what the heck? I'm moving away from this. You know, I didn't see this growing up. That's not normal. You know, did you ever, can you look back and say, this was affecting my children? Did you see anything in us that, man, what I'm doing is affecting them too? You don't remember a specific story or instance?
I remember you and Adrian being kind of shut off from me. I could feel your presence not being close to me. At one time, we were all close, but I can see where I used to pull up and you used to look at me. It's like, where you been, Dad? I mean, we've been expecting you for the last 3 or 4 days. What's going on? But you couldn't speak to me. I could just see it in your eyes. It's like, man, I know I'm hurting them. I know I'm not being the father supposed to be here. And that's where the money comes in. I'm buying y'all everything that y'all want. Getting y'all things that y'all want. Hoping that somehow it can compensate for the times I haven't been there. Yeah, here you go. I'm going to get you the latest shoes, the Jordans or whatever, the necklaces, the clothes. You're going to be able to go to Six Flags with so-and-so, and so forth. But it was just those moments that did catch me, and I used to always ask myself, why do I keep on going? And it still felt like it hurt me, but at the same time, that life was there just steady just calling me. Calling me.
Yes, because consuming you. You know, you're so consumed in that life that everything else is getting washed out.
And so crazy about it is because now I don't just think about us, I have to think about everybody else whose friends and family members that they're out there working for me, that they have a family they have to maintain. They have bills to pay and so forth. And it's crazy because I shouldn't think that way, but why am I worried about them? When I'm supposed to be worrying about y'all. But that's the way how this life turns everything around when you live in this type of life. And it's crazy.
I remember just one dark night, man. It was April of 2003. And I remember me and my uncle Alex were playing the PlayStation. I was about 11 years old, playing the PlayStation, and it's probably about 11 o'clock at night, and we're playing in his room on the game, and all of a sudden I hear a boom, and somebody's banging on the window, and it's your brother Ulysses, and he's like, "Open the door." And man, I run to go open the front door, and right when I open the front door, all y'all bust in the door, and there's blood everywhere, mom screaming, crying. And at that moment, I guess it happened so fast that I mentally I black out because I don't remember the full detail, man. And next thing you know, there's helicopters outside, there's a SWAT team, and they're calling you out the house. I just remember bits and pieces. And that, I guess that was the weekend, and that Monday, mom is dropping me off in front of Midway Intermediate School. And right when I get out the door, I open the door, counselors, man, multiple counselors, school counselors, like swarming. Like, you know, they come all around me. "Are you okay? OMG, we seen what happened." And little did I know that you came on all the News 10, News 25, that you had shot somebody at Hollywood theaters. And stuff like that, it really, if it affected me. It was just one of the things added on to everything else I was experiencing as a kid. You know, I brought on more anxiety, more paranoia, you know, couldn't sleep at night. And it affected me big time as a kid. And I feel for the families, the kids, the moms, the grandparents that are dealing with this right now. You know, and it's like, man, you know, they're being affected by loved ones' choices. You know,
yeah, it's a ripple effect.
Yeah,
because now there's other family members who have to take responsibility for your own kids now.
Yeah,
even when you're out here.
Yeah,
even when you're not even locked up.
Yeah,
there's some that have to take responsibility because they're locked up.
Yeah,
but there's people out here who have to take responsibilities because you're out here making the choices that you're making.
Yeah,
my dad took the responsibility of taking care of y'all a lot when I used to drop you off.
Yeah,
you, Adrian, and your sister.
Yeah.
I used to take y'all driving with me, going somewhere. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, I got to go do something. And I used to drop y'all off all the time over there.
Yeah.
They took the responsibility of taking care of y'all.
Yeah.
Because I was always gone.
Yeah.
And your mother had to go back and pick you up. And we started a big argument why I dropped you off when we were supposed to spend some time together or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah. And I just feel for the people still going through it, man. You know, and it's crazy because all the stuff that even like, you know, you put mom through, it like gave her the strength to not put up with my crap when I became a teenager and you were gone. You know, like she would find out that, you know, I had drugs in the house. She would call the laws in a heartbeat. She would put her foot down and she didn't tolerate none of that, like no more. You know, and she'd get in my face when I started getting violent. Like she would buck up to me. I mean, even one time she started swinging on me. I was like 15. The belt wasn't, you know, helping no more. She threw that belt down and started swinging on me. But not saying, you know, but that's what you have to do, man, in these situations. Like, man, people out there going through it, you know, getting hurt by other people's choices. You got to put your foot down. God will give you the strength to put your foot down, man, you know, to not put yourself in that situation, you know. And sometimes, like, even you telling the story about mom, I'm thinking on my end, like, man, why didn't she put her foot down then? You know what I mean? Like,
well, you have to understand there's a lot of manipulation behind this.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I manipulated a lot of things.
Yeah.
Your mom did put her foot down, but I manipulated her own family.
Yeah.
For not to escape.
Yeah.
This situation.
Yeah.
Because there was uncles who also used to do certain things, and I would conversate and say, "Hey, look, I will pay you this to do this," and manipulate through the women. It was it was real ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you do this, you talk to your wife, their wives talk to them, and I mija, do this and do that. Why, make it work or whatever the situation is, but it still doesn't give the reason that she could have still left off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Despite the service.
And I know she tried to too, though, because I remember the one time where she moved into my grandpa's house. She took Adrian and Angelisa, and I remember I stayed with you. Mm-hmm. I don't think that lasted for like a week or something. You know what I mean?
2 days.
2 days. But
it's too dark in here.
Yeah.
Ain't no food, no, but going out to eat.
I remember one night you were going out, and you're like, here's some money, order food or whatever. And I ended up calling all the cousins over, and it was crazy. But yeah, man. But I want to fast forward to the prison journey. So that's how we're gonna do it, man. I want to, be talking about the stuff you were going through, as a young man in the streets. But I'm gonna be fast forward to your prison journey, because your prison journey is like a movie, crazy, and that it's like its own journey, by itself. And so I'm gonna fast forward, man. Tell us the day of what happened when you got sentenced.
The day when I got sentenced. Well, first of all, I want to say a couple of days before, I remember, I will never forget, my dad said, "Run." I already got my pre-sentence investigation, my paperwork. I was on pretrial. They didn't catch nothing on me. So I was going to pretrial, and after all the evidence was pointed or given to me, I signed off. I said, "Nah, I got to go do some time. I can't take this to trial." So all my families put their properties up to have me out on bail for this. My mom put her property up. My sisters put their properties up. So basically, if I would escape or run, they'll take all their properties and also even try to prosecute them.
Yeah.
So my dad said, "Hey, we got property in Mexico. Take off to the mountains." I said, "I can't do that, Dad, man. I can't do that. I can't be running for the rest of my life." I said, "For the first time in my life, I'm going to trust Jesus Christ." And that's the first time that I trusted him with my life, because I already gave my life to him. But that day I said, you know what? For a millisecond, it crossed my mind. But no, I said, I'm going to trust him in this situation no matter what. And that day came, my sentence date, and I parked about 3 blocks away from the federal building. And I pulled over, and I prayed. And I asked God, "Please take care of my family." I just prayed, and I just asked him, "Please take care of my family. Take care of me as I enter this new journey." He says, "Don't worry about your time. Just go do my will." And I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I did not understand that. And finally, I went up to the court. I'm walking in. I have family members there, U.S. Marshals everywhere. I walk into the courtroom, the federal government on one side, and I'm my family on the other side. My heart is beating hard now. Boom, boom, boom. I see my lawyer, thinking I got the best lawyer in town. He was the lawyer for he was a federal prosecutor for the Branch Davidians. So he was one of them lawyers that like, "Shh, I got you.
Yeah.
Man, you give me all this money right here, and I'm gonna help you out." Let me just say that wasn't the truth, but
You're gonna get 2 years, man. I'm talking to him.
Yeah, whatever he was trying to give me, man. He was like, "Man, I don't got nothing on you." You know what I mean? I got the pictures with the federal. I got the picture with the judge. Look at it right there. You know, they'll say they'll say you everything. They say you a dream very quickly. So I see my lawyer right there, and he's like, "Come on, sit down right here." So I have my little suit on, and then the judge walks in, and everybody rises up, and the federal government on one side and my whole family on the other side. And Then whatever they said, then we all sit down. And my heart just pumping, like, all of a sudden I just felt this peace, like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about your time. It's like, all right, Lord. And I just like.
And that's scary. I've been in a federal courthouse when my brother-in-law got sentenced. Because I don't remember going to your sentence.
You didn't get to go.
But my brother-in-law, man, it's scary up in the. It's not like the state courthouse. The federal courthouse, bro, scary.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's where people getting dunked. I mean, they getting life sentence, 20, 30,
ain't
40.
No parole.
And then they got the little CIA little, what do you call them, Ben?
Yeah,
like a little headset, earbuds pieces.
Curl down, yeah.
With suits, man, that's scary.
Yeah.
So I can imagine what you're feeling, so keep going.
Yeah, so finally I just like, be still, let me be God. I'm like, okay. And then the prosecutor gets up and just keeps on reading page after page after page after page after page
of like what they're charging you with?
Yeah, what they're charging me with. And finally the judge.
What's one of them charges?
Conspiracy.
Oh, conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy.
Okay.
And the judge finally said, hey, I already read the transcripts. Don't worry. You don't have to keep on going no more.
Yeah.
And then they said, Mr. Fajardo, you got anything to say? And I already had something to say. Yes, just I want to apologize to my family, my community. I want to apologize to everybody I hurt. I know this is a new journey for me. I don't know how the journey is going to come out, but I just pray that I have leniency on me. I'm a different man now than what I was before, years prior. But whatever God has in store for me today, let His good will be done. And I sat down. And the judge says, rise. And before you know it, I'm sentenced to home for Florida to 240 months plus 45 months run concurrent. The prosecutor wanted me to get 25. And he said, no, we're going to go ahead and run it concurrent with the 20-year sentence. I didn't know what 240 months was. I couldn't count that fast. I didn't know. I couldn't count that fast.
Yeah.
I know it's 240 months. I was trying to like, that's whatever. He said, we're going to go ahead and take home for Harder in right now. All right, so it's like, what does that mean? I'm telling him, what does that mean? The judge like, you're going to get locked up right now.
Oh, your lawyer was saying
yeah, you're going to get up. Like, you're going to get locked up right now. I'm going to appeal everything. I'm just like, all right, whatever. Just whatever. It's done, you know what I mean? But at that moment, I felt like a big monkey fell off my back.
Yeah.
I already knew that God has given me a clean slate. Now I have to pay for what I've done.
Yeah.
But I don't have to look back. I don't have to look back behind my back no more. I don't have to look like, see if the federal government's after me. I don't have to look back if somebody's going to rob me. I don't have to look back if somebody's going to kill me. I don't have to look back at all my past, the dysfunction that I've caused.
So you had peace the moment you got sentenced?
Yes, I did. I feel like everything just fell off. Everything just fell off of me, and I had a new beginning in life.
Dang.
Even if I was facing this time already. And finally, they took my jacket off. They put me in handcuffs. And the prosecutor ran to the door to open the door. And she was just like smiling like, yeah, I got you. I finally got you. Because remember, they readied me twice. The first time, they didn't catch me with nothing. The second time, a year and a half later, they came on a federal indictment. They didn't have to catch me with anything. So she looked at me like, I got you now. And when I passed by that door to take me back, the bailiff took me to the very back. She was smiling, looking at me, smiling at me. I just told her, God bless you. I'm not mad at you. And I walked into the back, and the bailiff says, you stupid? What's wrong with you? You know how much time you got? Like, no.
Boy.
Yeah, he was like, you got 20 freaking years.
Dang.
What are you going to do? It's like, what do you expect me to do? I got to do it.
Yeah.
I got to do this time. I mean, what is? There's nothing else. Walked in the back. They sat me in a one-man cell. Then after that, they brought somebody else in, a white dude, all tattered up from his face. I'm sitting in some slacks and my nice shiny shoes. Like, I said, I wonder if I want to go all the way to prison with this.
Because you never been to prison before.
Yeah, never been to prison
Yeah.
before. That white dude, he's an Aryan Brotherhood. He was like, hey, where's my homeboys at? Where's my homeboys at? You can hear some dudes in the background talking about, we got you when you get upstairs. Just be cool. We got you when you get upstairs. So he's walking back and forth, and he's looking at me. But he's a youngster. I'm just looking at him. Like, And all I could hear is God telling me, go do my will. Go do my will. Same prayer that I heard before. I'm still hearing what he said. Don't worry about your time. Go do my will. Give your testimony. I'm like pacing back and forth in my mind. Finally, I just shared my testimony. Can I talk to you real quick? You understand? Started sharing my testimony. Everything I went through.
Y'all were in the same
cell, just me and him. He just barely got sentenced too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I started sharing my testimony. Before you know it, started to cry. It's like, man, I'm going through the same thing you're going through right now. I said, you want to give your life to Christ today? Yeah.
Dang.
He gave her life to Christ, and that's when God told me, this is my will.
Dang.
That's where my journey starts in prison as a pastor.
Let's stop right there.
All right.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's finna get even crazier when you hit the compound, one of the bloodiest prisons in the United States, called Bloody Beaumont. That's crazy that what's gonna happen next. We're gonna stop it right there. Don't want to give too much, and that's a prime example right there. Your choices can impact people in a negative way or in a positive way. Meaning, even in a cell, you're giving someone life spiritually. You know what I mean? Somebody's, about to experience a new life in Christ. You know what I mean? And so that's just a prime example of the way you move in life is going to affect somebody. There's only two roads.
Yeah.
Only two roads. Evil, good, negative, positive. And so
the Bible says, blessed, choose. Blessed, be blessed or be cursed, whichever one.
Blessed or cursed. What life do you want to live? Right? So many people don't even think like that. And
my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
And that's what it irks me, man. And that's what I've been speaking on social media for the past, since 2017. And people get it, man, because when we think about it, we can talk about numbers, man. Over 250 million people have received our testimony, our message, God's message. And that's the majority of the stuff I talk about is choices, and people get it. You know what I mean? And so it's so important. I preach about it hard, man, because so many people's lives are affected. And I still, and I'm so passionate, bro. I want people to get it. What you do now, it affects everybody. It affects everybody, man. And when I look at my son and my children, a lot of times I'm human. People look at me and oh, this dude got it all together. No, I don't. No. I'm vulnerable. I'm human just like you. I need God every day. Because if I skip a day without God, I'm done. I'm scared of myself. I got crazy thoughts. They're called temptations. I deal with temptations every single day. If I'm not close with God, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
I'm gone.
Shoot.
And so I always got to constantly remind myself, look at my family right here. This is why when I want to go left on somebody, I can't, because they're looking at me.
That's right.
If I go left, I'm going to prison, they're done.
They're done.
And so that's the fuel for me, man. It's like, man,
somebody got to pick up the slack now.
Yeah, I gotta live day by day. I need God every single day. The Bible is the truth. That's the manual of life. I gotta look at it and be like, this is gonna tell me what I need to do. Without that manual, I'm done.
That's right.
That's the manual for life. And so yeah, man.
Yeah, we're crippled without them.
Yeah,
it's an everyday struggle. And one thing you said is, now people might see that we're set off or we're doing okay now, whatever.
Yeah.
But nobody knows what we went through in those dark ages.
No.
The dark ages of our walk with Him, or the dark ages of what we went through in life, man.
Yeah.
We had to go through something to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And I always say this, and people might say it's a cliche, Romans 8:28, because everybody says it. But when everybody says it's because they know where they come from.
Yeah.
Everything works out good to those who love him.
Yeah.
Even through whatever bad they've been through, God puts it together in a way that manufactures something beautiful that was broken at one time.
Yeah.
And he puts it together every single time.
Yeah.
No matter how. But we gotta keep that together ourselves though as well.
Yeah.
You can put it together, but we have to do our part.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, that's we're gonna wrap it up and we're gonna push out this next one quick.
Don't be dropping the ball either.
Oh yeah.
Right
Yeah, we've been needing to shoot for the past 2-3 months. We haven't shot, man. Just busyness. I got stuff going on at the house. You know, I had a water leak and insurance, and man, it's been crazy. And you know, being in business, you know,
yeah, definitely, I know how it is.
You know, just a lot of craziness going on. But we finna bring it, man. And so yeah, we'll see y'all
definitely
next episode. Let's go.
Bet.